紧接上期，继续第4章。第4章应该算是这个游戏最后的探索一大章了。进入到第5章了，就不太会有这个解谜搜查的部分了。出来了这么个人，本来是没有这个角色的。那首先先跟他交流一下，他应该跟主线没啥关系吧，单纯交流。这男的女的
Nice evening for a walk, isn't it?
Eerie.
There's something in the air. Can you smell it? Spruces.
Spruces, firs, pines.
怎么突然开始
I was always bad at
叼
telling
了根烟
conifers apart.
Where spruces prickle, firs just tickle.
Fir? That's Tanne in German. Just like my name. Never thought about it.
Why? What's your name?
Tannhauser.
We'd pronounce it Tannhäuser with an umlaut. German roots?
Yes, my grandpa.
啊，这样的是吧？有这样的关系是吧？
These things on the ground. We call them fir cones. As a matter of fact, though, they're actually spruce cones. Did you know that?
What do you mean, actually?
Well, fir cones come to pieces when they fall off the trees. Spruce cones stay intact. Some things, you have to see them. You're from around these parts?
No, just visiting. Getting accustomed to it, I guess.
Me neither. I come here for the beautiful view.
Smoke?
No thanks, I quit.
The climate makes me feel a lot better. That's for sure.
哎，这段不一样了，这段字幕不太一样。
So what are you doing up here, all on your own? Fed up with all the hurly-burly down there?
I just like traveling. Always on the road, hiking and all that.
好，可以对话了是吧 ？So you are taking a break. Do you know the locals? I saw you down there at the raffle.
I saw you down there at the raffle.
Yes, I tried my luck.
Did you win?
Just a snuff box. Such a letdown.
Snuff box.
I've sworn off the devil's dealings. You?
I've won a can of cat food. About the raffle. Did you win?
Just a snuff. I've sworn. You?
I've won.
啊，这一样是吧 ？Do you know the
What about
locals?
the locals? Do you know them?
Most of them. I'm actually visiting this place every year.
Every year.
Why?
Do you know a man called Lazarus Tuft?
You know a man called Lazarus Tuft?
Yes, I do. Fascinating man. He absolutely crushed me at Doppelkopf once. No one knows for sure where he came from and what he's doing here. Legend says he bought the old mansion in the woods off of his Doppelkopf millions. He rarely ever visits town. Hardly surprising the way folks keep talking around here. Anyway, let them talk. That's my position.
啊，看过了是吧？So you're taking a
So
break.
you're taking a break?
Oh, I lost my hiking boots. They just slipped over the railing. And now they're gone. If you ask me, we are really all in the same vast backyard. All this madness. Looking for some kind of meaning. Anything at all.
Sounds a bit like you are going through a life crisis.
Sounds a bit like you're going through a life crisis.
Oh no. Quite the opposite is true. I gained insight. That's what I did. Insight. Exactly. That's it.
可以了是吧？结束了是吧？
Sound
Oh no.
You-
Yeah, no, let you hardly. Anyway,
about did you win?
you?
I've won.
没了啊
I've got to go.
，Got to go.
Okay. Have a nice evening.
Have a nice evening. 灵感成就解锁，这是跟登山客交流是吧？是啊，灵感了之后，他既然都告诉你灵感 insight 的话，那么下一步该去哪儿？下一步该去哪儿？这才最大的问题。灵感
If I return,
，No，OK、既然你都这么说了，接下来应该是要往湖的内侧去，但是现在没办法。
Truda?
Hello.
Professor
I would.
Oh yes, of course.
啊，是
啊，
可以，这看来
I'll be.
Make yourself.
既然有选项的话，就说明肯定不止那一个，后面应该还有问别人，但你现在可能还没有那线索。这里不知道有什么区别。
How are you holding up?
Don't worry.
这个房间啥？这个房间的这个 BGM 怎么会这样？
Okay.
这里没什么新东西啊。但你怎么知道接下来应该去哪儿？这 BGM 真诡异。我靠，那玩意居然还在。个罐子，这个啊。难道这个猫吃的罐头是有用的吗？这阳光画的不合适，你看出来都已经基本上黑了，哪来这么强的这光？那个光的描写绝对不是普通的这种灯光，就是阳光，只有阳光才能做到搞那种感觉。看来不行，这里也没什么能干的。
Baron?
Mr. Tanha.
The pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine. 这也能交流。Are you enjoying the festivities?
I saw you at the raffle, right? Did you win anything?
I won a pair of hiking boots.
这样可以兑换的是吧？
Take a look at me. How am I supposed to wander anywhere?
原来如此，我懂了。
On the other hand, Mr. Tannhauser, you look like the type to be struck by wanderlust once in a while.
Wanderlust，
Often given by-
开始哼歌了是吧？你拿猫吃的罐头跟他换那个鞋子，然后再跟那个登山客换东西，肯定这
What
样。
about you? Did you have any luck with your ticket?
东西肯定很明显要给
I
他。
won this.
Excuse me.
Is that
Is
cat
that
food?
Cat food
Cat
by any
food.
chance? I am asking on behalf of Klaus.
Behalf of
He
Claus，
loves cat
这
food. Would you mind making a trade?
我就猜到我这样。
What do you have in mind?
You leave this delicious can of cat food to Claus and me, and in return, I give you this new pair of hiking boots, size 13.
Size 13.
What do you think?
Yes，
Sounds like a perfect.
perfect deal。
So let's make it so.
It will be to your benefit.
Baron?
Mr. Ta-
The pleasure.
原来如此，
until
然后再跟那谁换，一个一个换，还可以拿吗？不能拿了吧？
Out of competition. It's a shooting gallery.
他拿了什么东西来着？那个单词我还没见过。
Every ticket's a win.
Every ticket winner will be a prize，然后再跟那个登山客换，他不是在找 boost 吗？这个交换起来还不错，再换一次应该就能换到我要的东西，可以直接给他了。
So what are you doing? Fed up
I just like
Just like traveling。
about the? Did you win?
just a snuff box. Such a letdown.
Snuff box 什么东西？
I've sworn off the devil's dealings. You?
I'm in possession of a pair of hiking boots. Didn't you say you lost yours?
Yes.
Snuff
indeed.
box
I'd exchange anything from my inventory for a new
啊，
pair of
鼻烟
hiking
盒是吧？
boots. Would you trade with me by chance? You
他不抽
hiking
烟
boots in exchange for my snuff tobacco.
啊，果然是这个，果然是烟
Fair
是吧
enough.
tobacco。
Oh, thank you. How nice. And they're a perfect fit too.
好，这样就可以了是吧
I've got to go.
Okay. Have a nice evening.
？Have a nice
Thanks
evening.
again.
Thanks
You're
again.
welcome.
Finally, I can make off again. I can hear the call of the wild.
Call of the
Farewell.
Wild，
Farewell.
这样他就走了是吧？
So what are you?
I just.
还能聊了。
I've got.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Finally, I can.
OK，这样那个刚刚拿到的东西应该是有用的，就不知道给谁。这里的应该都不像，要么是给那个弹吉他的。男爵应该已经结束了，这个人不太会理你，这也没啥区别。哎，那你需要的东西干嘛？不懂啊。这个东西难道给去给女主人？现在杏仁也没了，杏仁也喂完了，还能再过去吗？这还能拿的？不会吧？啊，你还能踹一下，然后呢？啊，跟着这个光走吗？哦，居然还能 这居然还能有点哪个呢？刚刚看到有个地方好像能点，有个地方出现了一个这个东西，这些东西都一样的。啊，踢了一下
The
之后，
streetlight is flickering typical.
踢一下之后好像有什么东西出来了。
A swarm of fireflies is gathering around the broken streetlight.
Fireflies，
Maybe they think it's their god. I wonder what it's like to be a firefly.
萤火，
The
萤火，
streetlight is flickering. Typical.
萤火虫是叫 firefly 的吗？这是唯一的嘛？学名肯定有别的，查一下吧。萤火虫，啊，好像是叫 firefly 啊，叫 firefly。还有 lightning bug、glowworm， 这应该是萤火虫的幼虫。Firefly 学起来挺形象。踹完之后点那个齿轮是吧？这个东西啊，原来如此。这样就有光源了是吧？就有光了。它这个光有啥用啊？
I don't even know where to go.
这儿过得去吗？过不去。啊，过不去是问题。这个地方明明是有个地方，但过不去。
I don't even
就
know.
他会来一句 I don't even know where to go， 这最大的问题。现在有一个这个像亮光一样的东西，啊，这吹了就没有用了，还是有用的，没用吧？你这草能给它干嘛？这里面我暂时还是没有参考太直接的攻略，所以我不清楚到底该怎么办。杂七杂八点一下。布朗馆也照理说应该最后才拿的。这里更加不可能了。你看这很明显偷懒，这种感觉不像是绝对不像是傍晚，起码也是上午或者中午，不可能有这么强的光。哎，那这个萤火虫的罐子，你要把萤火虫放在哪儿？肯定照明用的。什么地方需要照明啊？就二楼某个地方吗？我靠，这一章的这个解谜是有点难，感觉是要参考一些这个攻略的。啊，他已经走了是吧？这背包客来无影去无踪的，还真挺
If I reach
挺悠闲。不行啊，关键是下一步这个东西能把它放到哪儿？二楼有什么地方发生变化了？当你拿到这些道具之后，看一下吧。下一个目的地肯定是要往那儿走，肯定是要往那儿走。但问题是怎么过得去？现在不让你过去。并且这些东西拿都拿不起来，他给你搞了这么一大堆东西，但拿不起来，没用。对，这些仪器多到不行，但没有一个用，全部感觉是这作者或者说其中一个这个制作组中的人对这方面很感兴趣，是来秀一下这个知识。这感觉就是这样。我实在想不到接下来应该往哪个方向走，需要点什么东西，往哪个方向走，实在想不到。实在想不到。
It's the window to my room.
这往 Mobius Plus 进去更加不可能。这种是真可以说是没有一个有用的，而且缺了相当缺了相当关键的一步这感觉是不行这究竟该怎么办呢？这肯定还是 lock 的。
Locked.
啊，对了，还有人获得那个一日船票的，是不是要去找那个谁？但现在也没有道具的那个这里有东西。
I saw you at the raffle, right? Did you win?
Arr,
Just this voucher for a boat trip.
啊，对他来说是没用的，
Man,
原
I
来如此。
hate water.
哦，懂了懂了懂
You?
了，
I won this.
Is that snuff tobacco?
怪不得
Oh man, I love snuff tobacco.
snuff
Would you
tobacco
like to make a deal?
What do you have in mind?
Would you like to have the voucher in exchange? You know, the one for the boat trip on that lovely lake.
lovely cake。
That's what I got at the raffle tonight.
That's from the
Raffle.
local boat rental.
Yes. Do you want it?
那肯定要选。raffle 就是抽奖吗？啊，就是抽奖 raffle，这词我倒是第一次听。
Don't you want it? It was the top prize
对啊，这
after
是
all.
大奖。
I just hate water.
Just hate water.
Please, take it.
这个故事告诉你了，yes，
Okay, let's make it so.
All right.
大多数人看起来的这个特等奖，可能对于少部分人来说跟垃圾一样，所以也有些人是专门就冲着这个1等奖或者2等奖去
I，think
这情况也不算很少，然后就可以走了。靠，这真醉了。
Every ticket's a winner.
I'll be
那我已经有票了，但问题是那个地方没有人的呀，你有票了也没有用。我现在有票了，然后说你有票了，这个人才会出来吗？还真是。哦，哎，这种人，这好像不是那个 Claus， 这不是 Claus， 真的，这不是 Claus， 而且体型有点大，松鼠没长那么大，这感觉基因突变的松鼠。啊，这样就可以跟他过去了。还有这样的设定，原来如此，这样就到这个像垃圾场一样的地方了。哦，像那段剧情打完了才能到这儿。我去，调查东西还挺多。这就是垃圾堆，好脏啊！我靠，这 nasty。这小村庄居然还有这样的地方，
I see an environmental disaster of at least medium proportions.
我靠！啊，这也可以吹的，哇靠 ，dirty。那乌鸦吃些东西并不意外。来，
Beverly, my image of this innocent place has been tainted.
tainted，
I found a trash dump right in the middle of these woods, probably long established by the locals. The question arises,
Who would
who
sink so
would
low？
sink so low?
那小村庄可能并没有什么垃圾回收的东西，所以这就是被大家当做一个这个像是垃圾回收站。就是世界上本来是没有路的嘛，走的人多就变成路了，所以大家都把垃圾扔到这儿呢，这就变成垃圾堆了，就这样，真的就这样。
Keep out.
Keep out， keep out。
Packets and groceries delivery. Whistle 2 times, leave delivery on doormat, and exit the area. No advertisements.
还能再吹一次
An agreeable apple tree.
？Agreeable apple tree， 还能对话？不会吧？啊，这还能对话呢 ？The Ballad of Heinz and Tood, Sympathy number 5078, La Tuberies, Order to Close， 什么乱七八糟？啊，口哨什么？诶，真的假的？啊，无论你吹什么都可以是吧？没区别了啊，然后从这儿能上去是吧？这越来越玄幻了。树上肯定有东西，走。哇，你能爬？我靠，你这个爬的动作，你中间有一段是完全离地了吧？你确定你没有练一些什么超自然的这个气功？他这个手中间有一短暂的时间，双手都是离开了绳子，并且脚也没有捆住这个绳子。好假的，怎么样？啊，最后的报纸 ，Trüberbrook Tibun hiking day in the Snellwood, week 38, Friday, August 25th, 1967. Slumber morrow endangered. Serious interference with the environment. Trüberbrook over the past few weeks 啊，这次不长，读完吧。 The stocks of the local slumber moral have become the victims of overzealous mushroom pickers. Mushroom picker， 这不毒蘑菇吗？ A foreign white picker, caught with several kilos of the poisonous mushroom in his basket, was temporarily taken into custody. White mushroom picking is no trivial offense, but theft, the found quantity in fact even qualifies for aggravated theft. According to the authorities, slumber morals are increasingly being processed into psychoactive teas in the drug scene of the bigger cities. The Brooklyn District Administration is therefore asking for help in catching unauthorized mushroom poachers and urgently warns of the consumption of all substances produced from slumber morals. The consequences are incalculable and the health risks largely unexplored. Slime traces spotted. Slime traces. Trüberbrook. After the big Doppelkopf summer tournament, the Tribune reported an unfortunate incident with fatal consequences happened. The 63-year-old third-placed Katharina S. from the small Daimbohauser Street slipped on a track of strange blue-green goo and contracted a fracture of the femoral neck, we wish her to get well soon. The substance was seized for further examinations. 这就是那个谁来着 ？Taft 的这个 Taft 分解之后的东西。The opening hours, Trüberbrook. The Hayes boat rental and souvenir shop is preparing for the off-season. The opening hours for the late summer now come into effect. Tuesdays to Sundays, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. No service on Wednesday afternoon. Mondays closed. All boats are to be returned at least 30 minutes before closing time. OK。好，请出示证件。成就有点说，这个应该 paper please 吧？请出示证件。这玩梗，是叫 paper please 吗 ？paper please， 是的啊 ，paper please， 请出示证件，请出示文件，嘛一个意思。我玩的肯定这个梗，一共4个报纸嘛，4份报纸全部看完就行。
The perfect spot for a bench.
For a bench， 这往下走了是吧？哎，还有苹果了，可以拿了吗
These fruits are mine to pick up.
？Are mine。苹果获得一个，还能再上头。这可能有人在这儿啊，还真有个人。我靠，紧张。居然还有这么个地方
Gotcha. This is private property.
Private property.
And you're obviously on my turf.
你住在一个垃圾堆的
This
土
time,
上，
boy, you've chosen the wrong neighborhood.
不臭吗？Easy.
Easy?
Didn't you read the sign?
Are you referring to the keep out sign or the one that says no trespassing? I read and deliberately ignored them. Signs? Which signs? I have to be home in time for supper.
Are you referring to the keep out sign or the one that says no trespassing?
Very funny. You're one of them. I know. Confess.
One of them? Oh no, not again. Okay, I'll tell you once and for all, I'm not an alien. I don't care what you believe.
A what? An alien? Now you think you've been clever, don't you?
No, sir. And just in case you want me to take part in any tests, let me tell you.
You government guys are getting more and more annoying.
Wait, government guys?
I already told you guys last time. Not on my watch. Name and rank soldier. You're with the CIA, BND, HVA, FBI, NSA? Spit it out!
Name's Tannhauser. I'm a quantum physicist. I'm not a soldier. There seems to be a misunderstanding. I'm working for the Parks and Recreation Department of Trüberbrook. I'm with the FBI.
Okay. You've got me. Special Agent Hans Tannhauser. I'm with the FBI.
You've got to be kidding me! I can see through your lies. Obviously, if you were with the FBI, you wouldn't tell me right away, would you? Say something!
What's with all that garbage? Nice hat. The air is getting thin up here.
What's with all that garbage?
Okay, I guess you're right. The quality of your lies doesn't imply a higher intelligence at work. Quite the opposite, in fact. So, What are you doing here anyway? The truth this time, the whole story.
The whole story.
Well, it all began a few weeks ago when I
few
got
weeks
this
ago.
notification that said I won a trip to Europe. I was stunned, but Aunt Lottie gave her blessings.
Aunt Lottie.
A prize like this should not be forfeited, she said. I might even be able to discover some distant relatives. Also, that I deserved a break. She only wished for me to return safe and sound. So, after a brief visit to Berlin, I began my journey.
Oh，
And that's how I ended up here.
Interesting story. I mean, it's ridiculous, but I'm inclined to believe you.
紧张。
Now, about the part with the Millennium Cooperative. I always had the impression that something wasn't quite right with them.
紧张。
Well then, bye.
Feel free to visit me anytime. We can go into all the details. Name's Lessing, by the way.
Name's Lessing 啊，他觉得 Lessing 可以调查吗？可以调查，来调查一下。調査開始だ。
A shopping list.
A shopping list,
Rations,
rations，
canned meals, tinfoil, magazines.
居然写的是英文单词。这什么东西啊？这算小号吗？还什么？这不是圆号，小号吗
It's a bass tuba.
？Bass tube，查一下。Bass 是黄铜吗？啊，bass 是那个bass 就是 bass，bass tube 什么东西？啊，大号，差了一个字，不是小号，是大号。
No way. Brass is my kryptonite. And contact allergies are nothing to joke about.
Allergy，这冰
I'd
箱
rather not sniff around.
sniff around
Self-defense.
self defense。
Detailed blueprints for a bunker layout. Odd.
The landscape vaguely reminds me of home.
This light bulb is wind-powered, 100% clean energy.
啊 ，wind power， 我靠，这么绿色的，啊，这就是他的宠物是吧？叫什么名字啊？这么大一只，
What's with your squirrel?
That's Drowsy. He's me friend. Sleepy
这
fella.
体型有点大，这没见过这么大的 squirrel。这就跟老鼠的这个英文单词有一个 mouse 跟 rat，其实指的是两种，小老鼠跟大老鼠体型差距很大。小老鼠跟大老鼠体型差距，我觉得就是这个松鼠跟你大多数正常能看到成年松鼠的差距太大了。你按这个，就是这个游戏里面正常人脑袋身体比例起来还算正常，对吧？虽然是默人，还算正常。你看这松鼠，就相当于这松鼠基本上有这个不算尾巴，有人脸这么长了，这太可怕了。有这么长的松鼠，这偏长了，绝对偏长，偏长偏肥了。
This windmill provides electricity to the treehouse. Autonomous and sustainable.
Sustainable， 我感觉这期可能要3期了，这张可能要3期了，内容挺丰富的。还再聊吗 ？Lessing 是吧
Special Agent Hans Tannhauser. I'm with the FBI.
Very funny.
？Very funny， 好来了是吧 ？So what do you know about the Millennium
What do
Cooperative？
you know about the Millennium Cooperative?
I know they're a bunch of powerful people. A secret society like the Freemasons or the Illuminati.
Illuminati
They are directing from the shadows, globally, playing governments like puppets on strings. They surely built something fishy up there in the mountains. I always knew it.
You must have been down to the deepest depths of this rabbit hole。
Crikey. You must have been down the deepest depths of the rabbit hole.
看来他还有
Of
点了
course
解。
I have. If you look at the ancient Sumerian and Babylonian writings,
真的假的？
you will see a pattern emerge that... Ah! You hear that hum? Stop it! Make it stop! Stop, stop, stop! It's them! They try to slowly drive me insane with their atomic radiation.
不能再说了是吧？
Crikey.
Of course, if you... Ah! Stop! It's...
发疯了。Ever heard the term Saturn portal？
Ever heard the term Saturn portal?
Of course.
他也知道。
In theory, the Saturn portal describes a kind of interdimensional opening.
啊，就穿越时
A
空
gate
跟
to the stars, like a crossroads or a junction in space-time.
That sounds familiar.
穿越时空了。That sure sounds a lot like science fiction 你这里才提到 science fiction 吗？
That sure sounds a lot like science
上一
fiction
章
to
就
me.
开始已经开车了。
It's all arcane theoretical physics. blending modern science with occult magic.
Occult
They are
magic.
trying to establish a connection to the southern pole of Saturn using Birkeland currents. Birkeland currents, ever heard of that? They
好
flow
像听
through
过。
the Earth's magnetosphere out into the cosmos in form of an electric plasma stream, a twisted helix, a conduit right up to Saturn to free the entities trapped in there. If you look at the northern pole of Saturn, you will recognize that shape, the hexagon.
Ooh. So why are you living out here on your own?
So why are you living out here on your own?
The government obviously believes that I'm a threat, so they declared me insane and put me in a
sanitarium.
sanitarium. Back in the days when it used to be a real sanitarium, before the cooperative took over.
原来是
When things went down the drain, I realized that people like me have no place in a society like this. People like me have to disappear, go undercover. We have to resist until our day comes.
So
When things people we have to
Until our day
I think
comes.
I've heard enough. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking.
feel free to visit me anytime. We can go into all the details.
Interesting。兔洞成就人数，所以这个叫兔洞是吧？成就名叫兔洞，然后图标居然是一个金字塔上面一个眼睛。金字塔归金字塔，金字塔上面一个眼睛的这个好像是玛雅人是吧？专门指一种这个比较玄学。哎，真的怎么下去啊？这样。叉叉文明预言之类的，哦 ，fascinating， 是啊，然后就可以坐船了是吧？啊，这么看，这一章感觉还得再来一期，还得再来一期啊，所以他不知道该去哪儿是吧？现在他知道了，其实是松鼠给他带路带过来，这么个设定。高卡，那搞了半天，这个萤火虫还没用到是吧？26了，现在是，萤火虫还没用。26的数字对吗？估计再打个1-2分钟吧，因为还那个沼泽还没出来，沼泽跟这个好像还有个气象站都没出来，所以还早。从距离上来讲应该还早，不太可能把它搞定。看看录音机现在到差不多到什么地方了？本来应该是22是吧？23、24、25、26，是26是吧？啊，是应该是26，对的。是应该26，这张打完最后应该能到33是吧？就还有7个，1个、2个、3个、4个、5个、6个、7个，沼泽有很多，沼泽还没到是吧？沼泽还没到，这应该能到沼泽，然后能进行一些这个最基本的探索。怎么来？泳圈吗？
A swimming animal in the shape of the flying dinosaur, Pteranodon.
怎么样
A swimming animal in the shape of the flying dinosaur, Pteranodon.
Pteranodon。这可以做了吗？
It doesn't look all too seaworthy. There's a leak in the bow,
Seaworthy。
and the paddle wheel seems to be missing. It doesn't. There's a leak in the bow, and the paddle wheel seems.
这名字是翼龙的这个学名是吧
A swimming animal in the shape of the flying dinosaur, Pteranodon.
？Pteranodon 啊 ，P 是不发音的是吧 ？Pteranodon 还真是吧 ？Pteranodon 翼龙属是吧？无齿翼龙啊。Pteranodon。来，这里总算对话了是吧
Hey, sweetheart.
？Sweetheart。
Good evening.
I won this voucher in the raffle. How much for the winning? How much for the swimming animals?
How much for the swimming animals?
Oh, just pick one. The season is over, and I have a gut feeling dinosaurs will be out of fashion next year anyway.
Swimming
My bet
animals.
is on.
Sea monsters, dolphins, unicorns, foxes and crows, extraterrestrials.
Sea monsters.
Maybe, yeah.
还有时间限定
How much?
Oh, just the season.
啊，就这样是吧？
I'll be.
可以拿的是吧？还这个形状，哎，这还能给他啊？这就是那个票，对，就那个票。
I won this voucher in the raffle.
I know.
How can you know?
Yeah, my sister told me.
啊， She's
She's hosting the
原来是 sister
raffle booth tonight.
Who would have thought?
Hey, sweetheart.
Good evening.
然后就可以了是吧？That paddle boat has a leak.
About the paddle boat over there, it doesn't seem particularly seaworthy.
Why? What's wrong with it?
看不
I
到。
think it has a leak. The paddle wheel isn't in good condition either, if you ask me.
Oh my. You see, I'm afraid it's the last of its kind. Its friends are already lined up at the dry dock. Do you think you could help me fix it?
不会吧
I can't really leave my post right now.
？Yes.
I'll have a look at it.
Sorry, you were really looking for.
To be honest, yeah, I was.
I'm gonna write you a voucher for a whole weekend during the next season, okay?
But I don't even know if I'll ever return. About it doesn't.
Why?
I think the paddle.
It's Do you think I?
啊，
I'll be back.
看来你只能啊，原来如此，你要自己动手丰衣足食了是吧？啊，这档結構長い呢。要这样坐船开到下个地方才行。
This should fix the leak.
它那个是像凝胶一样的
It's
东西。
much too cold to go for a swim right now.
It doesn't look all too seaworthy. I already fixed the leak, but it has no paddle wheel.
Paddle wheel。但我刚刚不是已经拿了东西吗？啊，不，那是像窨井盖一样的东西。Paddle wheel。Trüberbrook。啊，不过这里剧情既然触发的话，别的地方肯定有东西了。
Hey, sweetheart.
Good evening. I'll be.
You goodbye。所以，啥看看哪有变化？Paddle wheel，paddle wheel。啊，这里已经不能点了。Paddle wheel， 哪里会有 paddle wheel 了？2楼。就这段剧情出来之后，你去2楼拿，这也不太合理吧？要拿的话，早就应该能拿。要找到一个像轮子一样的东西。
If I reach.
基本上不靠太多的攻略能走到这里是不容易的。因为其实你真的要写成教程的话，还是不短的，我发现。啊，你如果你只写最基本的部分可能还行，但你要稍微写的具体一点、丰富一点的话，你会发现还挺多的。
Lock.
因为角色也多嘛，对话内容也很丰富。
Truda?
Hello,
处的
Would you
Comic.
mind?
Yo,
Never mind.
有
I'll
what？
be leaving.
make
有 what？ 这里就没有东西有变化了呢。这应该来了最后一次了，下一次我绝对不再回来看了，这没有意义了已经。
How are you holding up?
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it，
Let me.
这没用了。Personals 看过了。
Okay.
I try to come up with something， 但你能 come up with what？ 他决定躺在那儿了。
I don't even know where.
Don't worry. You now.
Projecting a meta.
Then the
That the horrific. This is.
他为什么会对这个男主很了解？而且男主对自己很了解这件事情好像也没什么太大的问题，这不是很不正常？莫名其妙跑出来个人说他基本上能知道你内心所有想的东西，这不是？而且你居然还不提问，太不可思议了。所以应该这里就没有东西了。这一部分我觉得应该就结束了。 さすがに長いな。啊，不懂，这个不是很懂啊。你现在再跟他对话，估计只能 goodbye 了，还能干嘛？只能 goodbye 了。你这个轮胎肯定不能用了呀。
Hey, sweetheart.
Good evening.
goodbye。催啊，这不真的点了吗？点的是这个，点的这个，不是这个。那不行啊，过不去了。
It doesn't look. I already fixed, but it has no.
It's much too cold.
是。那个东西应该是最后放的。现在还需要什么 paddle wheel？paddle wheel。 垃圾场哪有东西呢？我觉得起码得要走到沼泽部分。这儿能有东西吗 ？Rack， 这 Rack 已经结束了。
I see an environmental disaster.
像我觉得这个地方我错过了什么东西，还能再走过去吗？这片的叉叉其实挺难看清楚的。这个有个地方，这个有个地方。啊，还能再来。
Keep out. Packets and groceries delivered. Whistle 2 times, leave delivery on doormat, and exit the area. No advertising.
No advertisement. 啊，这次可能是卡关了，真正要卡关了。而且我已经不想再挣扎了，这张基本上所有地方都已经看过了，结果现在都已经拿到船票了，各种换，拿到船票，结果还是不能坐船过去，这是件多么悲惨的事情！靠，这让人震惊啊！还能再过去吗？过不去了。
That's a pretty deep drop. The perfect spot for it.
他是突然瞬移上来的。需要 paddle， 你这里有个 paddle， 反正就是各种抢东西，你有的我要的都得给我。
No.
不行啊，呀，这里可能真的懵逼了，这东西也拿不了。能拿？是能拿？哦，还真要拿这儿？不会吧？你把他灯给还搞灭了。
What's with your squirrel?
That's Drowsy. He's me friend.
Drowsy.
Sleepy fella.
你跟他关系搞好了，他就愿意借给你东西了。
This light bulb is wind power.
啊，操！我居然顶过去了，马上我就要看攻略了。说实话，
Special Agent.
这里如果没有找到的话，我就应该看攻略了。
I think.
走。God。前脚才过去，然后下一秒立刻瞬移下去，看到啊，走下去，立刻就已经在这儿了，你不觉得这一段还是很奇怪的啊？立刻就瞬移下来，这里是一样啊，这里倒不一样，这里倒是这滑下来都还能接受，刚刚那个地方就做的有点糙了。当时刚出来这游戏的前半年是很 bug 很多的，现在是相对会好一点，就这种装上去。まあ言うまでもなくね。
This should suffice for a paddle wheel.
Suffice for paddle wheel. OK， 然后呢？站起来了是吧
This could be my chance to get a closer look at the other side of the lake.
对 ，the other side of the lake。啊，跟他对话已经没有用了。
Ahoy.
Ahoy。啊，过去了是吧？啊，这样就到沼泽了。这个我觉得是一个来了什么
Trüberbrook emanate a dreary sense of blackness.
dreary sense
I've
of
rarely
blackness.
ever been engulfed in a more terrifying, dreadful environment. Not to mention there is a green glow spreading through the fenwoods. Interesting.
紧张，能回去吗？估计能回去了。
It has brought me here. Who knows where else we might go one day?
我靠！啊，这个不会就是啊，这有可能就是 Heinz 穿的这个 yellow boots。这里能调查的东西还是挺多的，还能再过去了。我靠，这一下子变得很诡异。这片到下一次再调查。
Ahoy.
我是要先回去，就是为了存档。因为刚刚那个录音笔很费时间。
It's much.
所以这个东西还暂时没用。
Ahoy.
哦。第4章得分成3部分，每部分保量40分钟。行，就这样。这应该存档了吧？4个小时58分钟，这是一周目了。2周目如果全部打完，可能2、3小时应该够了。2周目大概2到3期应该就能搞定。那应该不需要3周目，1周目打完，估计大多数东西应该差不多。剩下一些东西2周目反正在打之前做个统筹，然后比如说第1期能把 pre-title、prologue， 然后第1章或者甚至加第2章打完， 再看了，现在反正是34分之23，差的东西大多数东西可能已经搞定了。唯一可能我目前觉得必须要周末的应该就是那个录音笔了，因为第一章错过了2个嘛，错过那2个东西，那这也是没办法，因为当时没有决定要一周末就把所有东西都看完嘛。如果已经非常详尽的攻略看完的话呢，一周末应该就能搞定了，也应该是能搞定，现在理论上是可以搞定。当时可能没有这个比较机智的存档系统了嘛，现在因为你切换一下场景就存档了嘛，如果你把这个东西拿掉的话，其实还真不行。像硬币啊什么的，就必须要有分支的，就不可能在同一周末完成两条路线了。先这样吧。